Let's face it, most of us are sensitive to receiving criticism. We tend to be more receptive of what we perceive as feedback. In the workplace, the two can often feel confusing. Area Manager Keedrian Kunkel, in her training session entitled Managing Feedback, will help you better understand how criticism and feedback can actually help you perform your job better. Keedrian, tell us just a little bit about what participants might expect in your workshop.
In today's workshop, we're going to explore the differences between praise, criticism, and feedback in the workplace. Participants will learn how to manage their responses to their employers and their peers while on the job.
Sounds like 2 or 3 difficult topics to talk about, but I'm sure we're going to learn a lot. So let's go now to your workshop entitled Managing Feedback with Keedrian Kunkel.
Now we're going to discuss types of employer responses. Praise is an expression of approval. Criticism is an expression of disapproval. Feedback is information about a person's performance of a task to be used as a basis for improvement. You can expect employers to provide you with these types of responses. It's important to remember that not all feedback is negative. You should view the types of employer responses we discuss as opportunities for growth. Let's review an example of criticism. Sally, a welder at a local company working on a high-profile project with very tight deadlines, has recently consistently started reporting to work late. Sally's supervisor has previously addressed her tardiness. However, Sally continues to come in late each day. The supervisor expresses her disapproval to Sally through a written warning. The supervisor explains that although Sally is a great welder, her tardiness is impacting the team's ability to meet project deadlines, and if she continues to consistently come in late, she will face further consequences. Sally was disappointed she received a written warning and explained to her supervisor she was struggling to navigate a new traffic pattern in her town. The supervisor explained that although she understands the traffic has recently been heavier in some areas, she is still expected to report to work on time. Sally reflected on her supervisor's criticism and decided to make preparations to allow her to arrive to work early or on time each day. When you receive criticism, you should try to view the situation from the other person's perspective. In this instance, Sally's supervisor criticized her tardiness because it was impacting the overall team's productivity. Sometimes when we receive criticism, it's easy to get defensive. It's best to view the situation as an opportunity for growth and always seek clarification if you are unsure how to make the required corrections. Now, let's review an example of praise. A CDL truck driver recently reached an important safety milestone. She drove 100,000 miles over the road with no safety incidents. As a result, her supervisor complimented her. She was recognized at a company meeting and has a feature on the company's website. Everyone likes to receive praise, but you shouldn't expect to receive it every time you do something good at work. Sometimes your supervisor will give praise in front of the team, and sometimes just to you. It's important to remember to be humble when receiving praise and not to be boastful to your team members. You should also remember that just because you receive praise doesn't mean you should stop doing a good job, and receiving praise usually doesn't result in a pay increase. Now let's discuss an example of feedback. A medical assistant named Tony has great bedside manner, but sometimes talks to patients too long, resulting in a backlog of other patients waiting to be seen by the doctor. At the end of one workday, Tony's supervisor tells Tony he is doing a great job and that many patients really enjoy his positivity. But he really needs Tony to work on shortening the amount of time he spends with each patient in order to ensure the doctor can see all of her appointments each day. More often than praise or criticism, your employer will provide you with feedback. Again, it's important to remember that feedback is very different from criticism. The ability to accept feedback can greatly improve your chances of success in your career pathway. Oftentimes, employees struggle with accepting criticism and feedback, and this leads to workplace conflict. Remember, criticism and feedback are necessary for both your personal growth and the growth of your team and company. Without feedback and criticism, we would never improve ourselves or processes, and inventors would never be able to make modern-day advancements, such as smartphones or hybrid cars. So, next time your supervisor tells you to put your phone away at work, remember, they just want you to be the best you can be for yourself and for the company.
To gain more skills related to your job search and career pathway, or to find a workforce program near you, please visit Eckerd Connects at this website.